Hi, everyone. It is Ashley here from the community team at Tiltify. So excited to chat with MeleeMira. Thank you so much for joining me today. It is an honor and a pleasure to have you. And we wanted to take the time today to spotlight, their amazing fundraising efforts. And let's talk about their DBD, gameplay and all the fun stuff over there. But I want to throw the introduction to Mira. Let's hear a little bit about you and your content creation journey, and of course, the DBD.
Of course, the DVD, can't leave out the DVD.
Can't leave it out.
Hello. It is, it's such an honor to, get to chat with you. Um,
Yes.
but yeah, I am a MeleeMira. She, they pronouns. I am a Black queer, variety streamer on Twitch, and I have been streaming since 2019, and I officially went full-time in 2020. My community is very like chat based. Like we love to interact with each other. Streams always start out with just chatting, and we just kind of
Mhm.
vibe before we hop into gameplay or anything else. Very charity based as well. Um, I started when I joined Twitch. And that was back in January of 2016, I believe.
Mhm.
I was always inspired seeing the communities that I was a part of, seeing them fundraise for such wonderful causes. And so when I started streaming, I always knew that this was something I wanted to do. And I loved that Tiltify was a safe way to go about it, that it was a veritable resource. Um, and yeah, it just snowballed into there. And my community has been killing it. I'm so proud of what we've accomplished so far, and, this is just the beginning.
And you said you started full time content creation last year.
Correct, yes.
How has
Mhm.
that been with, the pandemic and everything? How's that experience been?
It's been, interesting to say the least. Before
Yeah.
I went full-time, I was working in, the school system as a, senior counselor and as a site director for an aftercare program, and, I'm a high risk individual. I am disabled, and I also take care of my mom who has disabilities as well. So at the time, streaming was just something I did to like decompress, to relax, to have a good time, make friends, and then it turned into something full time, which I wasn't expecting. But I'm so grateful because of the risk that working in the school system poses to both myself and to my mom. So I'm very grateful that it turned into what it is, and I'm grateful that I get to do something that I love and also take the opportunity to raise awareness and fundraise for wonderful charities too.
Now that we're on the topic of fundraising, what are some of your favorite organizations you have fundraised for?
Um, honestly, is all of them? Is that a
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
we we've raised for some wonderful organizations. Um, my first ever fundraiser was for the Bail Project, which is a wonderful organization. We've fundraised for the Trevor Project. That was our most recent fundraiser. We've fundraised for Stop AAPI Hate, Save the Children, Black Girls Code, just so many wonderful organizations that are focused on marginalized communities, which is really important to me
Yeah.
as a Black queer creator.
Mhm.
Um, and there are so many more that I would love to fundraise to, but just to start, I think we've done pretty well so far.
That is so sweet. And you started fundraising this year, correct?
Last year,
Last year?
last year.
Last
Mhm.
year. Wow, that's and you have supported so many causes already in such a short amount of time. You should be very proud of yourself and thank you for being so selfless and generous and bringing your community to do good. That's our
Mm,
ultimate goal.
right.
We want
It would
creators to
be
be able to do it and in an
for
easy
sure.
way.
Mhm. It would be just wouldn't be possible without the community. The community is the backbone that makes this all possible, so they
Yes.
definitely I give credit where it's due.
Exactly. You know, if your community is listening right now, thank you for supporting Mira and their journey in content creation and supporting them in full-time content creation for sure, especially with the situation with your family. That's that's can't trade that for anything. That is love, and I love it. I just love hearing these. You did this. You built it. No one else. You did. And how do you feel about that? Like, you built this community. You
Um,
cultivated it.
some days I still can't wrap my mind around it. Um, it's wild to think about. And as much as I loved what I did, it was stressful. And
Yeah.
throwing COVID on top of that definitely uh, made it scary. Um, and so to be able to do something that I genuinely love, being able to make my own schedule, absolutely is such an honor, to be able to make content that I can be proud of, and like I said, use that platform for good, you know? So it's one of those things that's kind of like, "Is this actually real? Like, is
Is
this
it real?
happening?" And yes.
Pinch me, pinch me. And you know, while we're on the topic of fundraising, why is fundraising so important to you?
Um, and again, this goes back to being a marginalized person. I want I want everyone to have the support that they deserve, because I would not be where I am, if it wasn't for my community and for organizations like, for example, the 1,000 Dreams Fund, which helped me make some much needed upgrades to my setup. So I want to be able to give back and to let people know that they're not alone and that they're supported and seen, especially as somebody that is queer and
Mhm.
Black as well. It's just important that my community knows that they have people in their corner, you know?
I really love that, and I'm gonna quote you on you in the future. For sure. That was beautiful. I loved it.
Thank you.
Yeah. And you know, and we're still on the topic of fundraising. What are some of your favorite things about raising money with Tiltify?
Tiltify, I find that the platform is so easy to use, which is great because accessibility is something that's very important. Whenever I do have the opportunity to fundraise, I always make mention of the fact that the funds are secure, and it goes directly to whatever organization we're supporting because I'm sure that's a concern. You know, people
Yeah.
are donating their money; they want it to go to the proper place and make sure that it's actually helping somebody. But the platform is so easy to use, from setting up wild incentives, um, to showcasing the milestones and just having, just overall, like between all of the organizations that creators may fundraise for, it's nice to be able to see your progress, you know, from where you started to where you are now. And I really appreciate that about Tiltify.
You. We're so happy to have you a part of our community. And,
Thank
you
you.
know, we just love that it's easy for creators. Creators are so
Mhm,
busy. They just want to set it up, do good. You know, takes
mhm.
about 2 to 5 minutes based on how long you've been using our platform to set up a campaign. And it's so easy to cycle through all the different organizations we have. We're always adding more and more. So, and always improving our dashboard, creator experience, user experience total. So, it's just going to get better and better. And, you know, thank you so much for feedback. Of course, the dev team will love to hear that as well.
Mhm.
So, thank you. And, you know, I want to talk a little bit about what would attribute most to your success in fundraising for any of the causes that you fund.
Definitely my community, and I know that's like a vague answer, but my community, I try to be transparent with them.
Mhm.
that first and foremost, being transparent with my community, I feel like allows for us to have this open communication about the
Mhm.
things that are important to us as a whole. And so when I start, and I always, when I start a new campaign, I usually set the goal at $100 because every dollar counts. And then my community is just like, well, I mean, we could do that, but what if we like doubled or tripled the goal? And it's beautiful to see people
Mhm.
from all walks of life just rally together for these amazing causes. And they truly are the backbone of everything that we get to do, everything that we get to give back. It's because of them. It's made possible because of the communities.
Love this. All your everything you're saying is just so sweet, and I wanna cry.
No,
I
you
love
can't cry
it.
because if you do, then I will.
I mean, we can cry together. I just chatting with you today, it just building a community and being around good people, being around good energy because I know your community loves you and I know that they are so influential. You're doing good influence on them. So that's great. And you're just going to do more and more good. And I'm so excited to see what's in store for you and your community and see how much you grow. It's going to be great. Very, very happy to be a part of your journey and definitely the rest of
Thank you
them.
so much.
Yeah. No, yeah. And that's why we're here
I really
today.
appreciate that.
Of course, we're here to talk about you, highlight Black queer gamers, and you know, we will always take the time to uplift any way, shape, or form, and especially your fundraising, being so generous and using your platform. So thank you. And
Thank you so much.
since you're doing such a good job, I know you have some good advice to share with someone that's interested in doing their first fundraiser.
Absolutely. Uh, as cliche as it may sound, just do it. Just start. Every single dollar that you raise helps somebody and it makes a difference. And a piece of advice that I want to give to somebody thinking about starting their own fundraising journey is you don't have to have a huge platform.
Correct.
Start, everybody has to start somewhere. And
Mm-hmm.
you work towards those goals that you want to achieve and you make a difference along the way.
That is great advice. And we all preach it. Every dollar counts. Whatever amount you
Mhm.
fundraise, they did not have it yesterday. So, regardless of hitting your goal or not, you are making an impact with your community. Thank you so much, Mira, for emphasizing that because it's really important. And especially for new fundraisers coming to our platform, understand that. And your campaign goal does have to be at least 100. If you raise
Mhm.
50 at that 100, they have $50
Mhm. It's
tomorrow.
50 more than 50 more
Exactly.
than they had before, you know,
Yes.
and
And
that's
that
super
cause,
important.
yes, and that cause will appreciate that so much. And,
Mhm.
I just want to thank you again, Mira, for chatting with me today and our community that is listening. Make sure you do keep up with MeleeMira and their content and, supporting Black queer content creators is very important. So make sure you're doing that year round. And Mira, I wanted to close out with where we can find you on a social media platform.
Yes, of course. I am MeleeMira everywhere on Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, which I don't post on yet, but I'm working on it, I promise.
You're getting there.
It's a work in progress, but we're gonna get there. But
Perfect.
Mira on all platforms. And yeah, I
Branding.
hope to catch y'all.
Yes.
Branding, yes.
And we'll have links below so it'll be easily accessible for you all to keep. Thank you so much, Mira. I hope you have a great day and everyone that is watching. Bye.
You too. Thank you so much for having me.
Of
Bye.
course.